Hi, everyone. My name's Mark Baer. I'm Associate Professor of Theater here at Indiana University Northwest. I wanted to say that I'm truly honored to be chosen today with my incredible colleagues. It makes me feel very proud to be a part of the IU Northwest tradition of excellence in research and creative work. When I joined our faculty in 2011, at my very first department meeting, I proposed a Shakespearean production for a future season. And I was told that Theater Northwest never produced Shakespeare. It never had produced Shakespeare because the students weren't interested. And this troubled me. First, I thought, how do we know they're not interested? Are we making negative assumptions about our students without evidence? I feel that underestimating our students is a big and unfortunately common mistake. Second, I thought, how do they know they're not interested? If our students have never experienced performing Shakespeare, how do they know that they're not interested in doing that? But I didn't run out that afternoon and start a Shakespeare Company. I waited and I listened, and when the opportunity arose, I jumped on. The Gary Shakespeare Company became a 501c3 not-for-profit organization in the spring of 2013, so 2 years later. Its mission includes the language to enrich the public spaces of Northwest Indiana and to reflect and include our community. I love that. This mission was written, debated, and approved by our board of directors, made up of community members from around Northwest Indiana. It so inspires me. It gets me out of bed in the morning sometimes. Gary Shakespeare Company, it's important to understand, folks, that Gary Shakespeare Company is not mine. I was one of 6 co-founders. I've contributed my experience both as an artist and an artist administrator, and I have leveraged my resources here at IUN as a faculty member to help it grow and thrive. But Gary Shakespeare Company is a diverse group of students and non-students, actors and theater artists, and people who just like Shakespeare that are willing to work their butts off to make something beautiful happen. It was the coalescence of my interest in Shakespeare with the local community that created this situation. Sometimes it's beautiful, and sometimes it's crazy. Let's see if I can get the picture I was looking for here. This is a pic of our performance of Othello in the sand this summer. Folks from the state park in Chesterton neglected to tell us that the pavilion was under construction when we were booking the performance. So we set up on the beach, and we were about 50 yards from the waves of Lake Michigan and screaming the words of Shakespeare over top of the buzz of the water. It was really quite a night. We have performed in big venues and small venues, outside and inside. We travel because we want to break the preconception that Shakespeare is formal. We perform for free because we hate the idea that Shakespeare is a privilege. Anyone can stop and watch. Some picnic for the whole show, others stay for 10 minutes. We welcome everyone. One way we fund our work is by passing the hat at intermission. We also seek grants and business sponsorships. We do not yet receive university funding beyond the use of the theater facilities for rehearsal during the summer times. I mentioned some of my contributions to the company. I have professional credits with Shakespeare festivals in Virginia and Illinois and Minnesota, as well as serving as managing director of St. Croix Festival Theater in Wisconsin. These are expertise I bring to the company. I also bring my personal connections, and we have Shakespearean skills workshops for the actors and the company that have contributed to the productions. Here's a pic of me having an aneurysm. Some of you have seen this expression on my face at faculty meetings. From my experience, performing Shakespeare is an emotional rush like no other. At first, you learn to own the language, but later you learn to allow the language to own you, taking you to higher highs and lower lows than you thought possible. This is what I wanted our students and our community to experience when I decided to lead Gary Shakespeare Company. I want to thank our campus leadership for its recognition of this type of work. Community outreach and student-engaged creative work takes time and patience. It takes a willingness to work within the skill sets and capacities of local volunteers. Without support from the administration and from you all, from our faculty colleagues, this type of work simply is not possible. But the payoff is something like this. Local children that experience for themselves that Shakespeare isn't just reading footnotes and saying thee and thou. It's all the passion of humanity expressed in words with swords. I'm proud to say that we've been recognized by the Northwest Indiana Excellence in Theater Foundation, including the 2016 Presidential Award for Excellence. But our most important achievement has been that many of our students, I think over 30 now, know that they are indeed interested in Shakespeare. We've grown slowly, but we have big dreams. We envision partnering with high schools, adding a winter production, and finding additional interdisciplinary collaboration here on campus. Let me know if you are interested. All these ideas would require additional funding and support, which we're seeking as well. We will continue to strive and dream and work our butts off. Thank you so much.